Hello gang, first video for nearly 2 years, and I want to run across a money saving scheme with a Neo Geo and the original hardware, and I want to just mention this little arcade system I bought for 30 quid. It's got over 100, they're all Mega Drive games, but it's got 6 buttons and the usual start. Feels pretty cheap. It's got a built-in battery. The decal on it's quite interesting. This is a Street Fighter decal. It takes, I think, an hour to charge up, and you get 2 hours gameplay or something like that. But, not sure if you can see that. It's got tons of good games. The screen is reflective, but it's still a decent screen for 30 quid. And to be honest with you, some of the it's pretty handy. If you don't want to play this on the airplane, then you're out of luck, because I've had 2 of them, and the headphone socket, if on this one, if you plug it in, you don't get, or it doesn't even switch on or something like that. There's a serious problem. They don't sell this model anymore because of it. I got 2 and I just got a refund. I kept this one for free, which is fine, but obviously I can't use my headphone socket, which isn't ideal. That's okay for nothing. Obviously I cannot recommend it. If the headphone socket worked, I would recommend it without hesitation, but as it is, it's a shame, because it's got some amazing games on it, like Desert Strike, and it's completely playable. So playing Desert Strike on a 2.8-inch screen, unbelievable. Unfortunately, the headphone socket, everything else is a joy, bringing back memories. Never mind, 30 quid, and I got it back, plus I got a free system, so it turned out okay in the end. Now I'm going to move on to my Neo Geo money saving option for you, because at the end of the day, everyone should have a Neo Geo. You just don't get games like you get on the Neo Geo anymore, even the simulation stuff and so forth. Proper Neo Geo setup, CD version, or the AES version, or consoleized MVS version. I wouldn't recommend them converters, but I've done a video on that. But as far as I'm concerned, I set up my Neo Geo AES about a week ago, and I had tons of fun on it. 2 games in particularly, NAM 75 and Thrash Rally. But I've only got 47 games now for me AES, and I've sold a lot of the good ones like Viewpoint and Mark of the Wolves. I've had to get a deposit for my house, but so I'm left for 47 games, and I've got most of the best ones. They're not the most expensive ones, but most of the best ones. I would certainly recommend NAM 75. Yeah, NAM 75, rock hard, but you have to persevere, because you have to remember, in the old days, when we were kids, we used to play it non-stop. And now, if we turn the system on, we seem to have no time to actually get stuck into games. We'll play it for 20 minutes, get frustrated, and we'll just go on the PC or the PlayStation 4 and play some mediocre, I think, games on the PS4. People are calling them classics, and I think they're mediocre. So everyone should have a Neo Geo, because it gives you a completely different gaming experience. pick up and play, and you can be on it for ages, and it's great. Thrash Rally, for example, I completely guessed it, and when I started playing it a week or so ago, I thought there's no chance of me completing this, but you do get better with dedication, and that means the games get much better because you're actually decent at them. Anyway, to the CD. What happened was, I've got over 100 CD Neo Geo, I've nearly got the full collection on CD, so I thought, well, I'll put my UK top loading CD deck there, because I've got more games, plus it's UK, so all my games are in English. That's across the board with Neo Geo. If you've got like UK system, only Japanese games will be in English. And if you've got a Japanese system, it doesn't matter if it's English or not, the cartridge, it'll be in Japanese. So some text is English, but really if you can get a hold of a UK top loading CD for a decent price, I would say about 300 quid, you want to snap it up if it's boxed. If you can get it cheap or loose, then that will do, just to experience it. You're better off boxed, so it's an investment as well as plus for storage and stuff like that. Yeah, try and get one boxed UK if possible. They talk about like 60 Hz the Japanese model and the US version, and 50 Hz for the PAL version, but more density in the graphics. I noticed no speed difference at all, but the UK machine definitely has brighter colours. So I think the PAL version of either the CD or the Neo Geo AES are the best ones to have. I had a UK very low serial number PAL Neo Geo AES mint box. It was mint, and it just stopped working, and I wasn't in touch with my mates at the time who know electronics inside out, who could have fixed it, so I sold it for a song. I'm so devastated. The Neo Geo AES is actually about 4 times heavier than the Japanese Neo Geo AES. The PAL one's about 4 times heavier. It's just built better. Better components, but never mind. If you can get hold of a PAL AES, get one of them as well. Yeah, I'm spending your money now. But this is my Neo Geo CD top loading UK version. Works perfectly. That's the back of it. It's got more options than an AES. Basically, you've got your composite out. You can use the red and white coaxial leads to plug into your stereo or into a soundbar. It's got SVG. This is S-Video, which is brilliant. I think it works on mine, and it's got the AV. I've got a proper RGB socket. I've got a TV that's about 4 years old, so it's got all the sockets I need. Now you buy a flat screen, and you're lucky to get composite. But yeah, you've got S-Video, which will better the graphics and take up to 60 Hz, and you've got your coaxial for your stereo, so 4,199 the serial number, that's quite good. You just push the top in, lift it up. Type of mechanism that probably easily fixed if it goes wrong. 2 joysticks. Now you normally get a joypad with that, but what came out with that at the same time was a Jelly Bean joystick, which is actually my favourite joystick on the Neo Geo. It's easier in the hand, it's not square, it's ergonomically designed. I have 2 arms, slips about a bit on your lap, but if you can get one of them, get one of them. And that works with the Neo Geo CD, obviously. The original pad works. The Jelly Bean is better made than the original pad, if I'm honest, but the original pad on a flat surface can't really beat the joystick on the original part, I'm afraid. Jelly Bean I would go for, it's more durable, and it's just quality, you can tell it's quality built. Unfortunately, the price of this joystick last time I looked was 400 quid. I don't know if someone's having a laugh on eBay, but before that they were like 40 quid, they were cheaper than the original stick. So keep an eye out for Jelly Bean, the best joystick on the Neo Geo home systems. Right, there's a few games I'm going to play on the Neo Geo CD, because the downside of the CD is the loading times. The smaller your game, meg wise, obviously it'll probably load everything in memory, so it'll load up once and it'll not load up again. One game springs to mind, my favourite car game ever, Thrash Rally. I don't think this is over 50 mega, to be honest with you. So it loads up once and that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'm not sure how much this is on CD now, but it's going up in price on the, I'll get that with a decent joystick. It's got its quirks and it's not perfect, but it's just very addictive. I've got the follow-up to that, which is Overtop, made by ADK, which was Alpha before that. And also done Alpha Mission 2, which is a decent vertical scroller, but this sort of tries to fix, Drift Out tries to fix some of Thrash Rally's shortcomings. For example, the steering in Thrash Rally, you can't like straighten up going across a diagonal road, so you're continuously moving your joystick to manoeuvre through, but that's part of the playability, that's what makes it challenging. May not be realistic, but it doesn't matter, does it? It's a game. We don't want realism. And Drift Out, yeah, like I say, it's a bigger game, but again, when I was playing this, there was minimal load times. This is a lot bigger than the thing with CD games as well. If you get them, try to make sure you get the spine card and don't leave it on the spine. Keep it in the case so you don't damage it. If you're going to start collecting CDs, try to collect the ones with the spine cards, the expensive ones like this Overtop, which I bought for 70 quid and I've seen on eBay for over 500. That's collectible. Now I've got Ironclad. This only came out on the CD, it's a CD exclusive, and it's arguably the best shooter on the Neo Geo CD exclusive. It's worth, although this is really expensive. This sells for over £1,000 now. I think I paid 180 for it, possibly 80 quid for it, I can't remember, but I'll not sell it like. It's great. I've got the spine card for that in perfect condition. I had it on the MVS, the conversion, which was okay, but when you play the original you can tell the difference. So Ironclad, I'm going to stick that in once we get cracking with the playability section of the video. This video is long because I haven't done any for ages. So if people who don't want to watch it obviously don't watch it, but you will learn something. Flying power disc. Can't remember what that was called in the UK version. Flying power disc. Can't remember. It wasn't flying power disc, I don't think. Wind jammers. Yeah, you can get this off the Nintendo store thing, and it's popular. I'm not sure how much it is on CD, but I haven't got the spine card for this. But amazing two-player game, brilliant two-player game, like most Neo Geo games, and load times virtually non-existent. Pulstar. the hardest game I've ever played, but one of my favourites, even though I can't hardly, I think I've beat level 1 a couple of times, but it's the perfect spacey. If you're good at spaces, I mean, that's the only game, only shooter you need really. But if you're average, I would say Ironclad is still overall the better shooter. I'll show you the loading times on Pulstar, that was a massive car. That is a massive car. Then I've got the original Metal Slug, which has went up in price as well. I used to get, but this is no. You can get this on CD for probably under £100 if you look, and on MVS, on AES, I would imagine that's over, well, £1,500, and that's for the Japanese version. This is Japanese, but as you can see on the front, it says Metal Slug. So some bits English, some of Japanese, etc., etc. Now I'll go to the gameplay of each of these games and give you an idea of the loading times. So enjoy. Right gang, this is the screen you'll get even if you've inserted a game. It won't start automatically. Turn the volume down so you can hear me swear when I make a mistake. So press start button. I've put Metal Slug 1 in. I've got 2, but that's more memory. I haven't tried it actually. Metal Slug 2 is arguably my favourite one. It's got a lot of slowdown, but I still love it. That X, possibly 3, but I would say 2 is my favourite, so I might do that in another video. So you press start like it says, and this is when it starts its load up process. This one load, you'll see, is enough for Thrash Rally to not have to load again, but I'm not sure about Metal Slug. Metal Slug was high 200 mega, or possibly it wasn't over 400 mega, I don't think. So it's not as big as King of the Fighters 97, for example, which loads all over the place. That's why you can buy it for £20. So it's still worth buying if you get a CD system. I mean, there's just tons of games cheap. You can build up a nice little collection pretty cheap compared to the there's no music here compared to the AES. We've just got the arcade mission, which is strange, but as you can see, you can choose which one. Let's try mission 3. So there's a load up here, but you can see how fast the progress bar is. It's not too bad. It's a lot better than the Spectrum. Alright. Right. Oh, this isn't good. I thought this would have been similar difficulty to the first one. To the mission 1. Flipping heck, I don't like this. I can't remember this mission. And I know if I fall, I'll die, so I've got this platform. Oh, flipping heck. was just one bullet too many. Yeah, I wish I'd picked an easier mission. For a start, I hadn't played this for a while. Well, I played it yesterday, but only the easy level. This is actually quite a hard level so far. Right, what's happening? Nah, what a... Yeah, this is an irritating level. I think I'll get rid of that. That's a late level. Well, it's a third level. So not ideal to start on. I was just curious as what was going on, but at the end of the game it loads, but that loading is fine, isn't it? I'll not complete the first level, but I'll just yeah. So I wonder what you think about this. The loading. Is it worth saving thousands of pounds? I certainly think so. I'm using my CD because it's UK, my AES is Japanese, and I'm loving it. I don't mind. I'm not a massive fighting game fan, like. I might try and set this up for a test video, to be honest with you. Sure, mostly are familiar with this game. It's unique. And probably it's not. It's made by a company called NASCAR. Later, it was made by a different company, I think, like Metal Slug 5, and you can tell it's nowhere near as good as these earlier ones. I wish I had an actual gun. Pistols. Yeah, I'm a bit rusty. This should be straightforward. Wow, flipping heck. The vehicles are probably the best in, come on, move, are probably the best in 3, but you still got a tank in this, which is pretty decent, pretty fun, makes things a little easier. I ran out of bullets or something. Did I get out? Where am I? Yeah, I've got out. Yeah, look at the graphics on this. I mean, they're amazing, aren't they? And these loading times that everyone complains about. This is quite a good game, it's not bad, is it? So I'll end that here, and I'll put it in what game next? Pulstar, which is the biggest game I've got to show, so we'll see how we get on. Right, we've got Pulstar in. Let's start off. I would like to say that this is the hardest game I've ever played. It makes Dark Souls look like Jet Set Willy, really. Right. That will just knock this down, see if it makes a difference. The music, well, the music in most Neo Geo games is phenomenal compared to other. This is actually 24-bit, but if you compare the Mega Drive and the SNES and the Amiga and the ST, it's different league. This is when game music was game music. You don't get this type of music now. This to me is proper game music. Like FIFA plays chart music, which is rubbish. There's legends of gaming music, which you never hear about now. Revenge of Shinobi, Mizuni, I can't remember his name, but he's my favourite. Right, one loading screen I've seen so far. Right, see how fast this is. This card is nearly 700 mega. It's about 688 mega, this card. This game, if I remember. I did have it on AES. I wish I kept it, because despite how hard this is, I still love the game. The graphics, wait until you see them if you haven't seen them, they're just stunning, I think. For a Space Invader. If you compare this to R-Type, it's very slow, your shit. You need a speed up. That's the power. This is a thing is with this, the environment kills you as well, so yeah, these are buggers as well. I didn't know what killed us there. I'm sure I shot that shit. Must have been the fire off the shit. I'm actually doing quite well. Yeah, this big snake. Yeah, I can get well past this stage normally. But the loading times were fine, weren't they? Really, considering it's a 700 meg game. Graphically, yeah, it's very twitchy there. I have to make sure. Yeah, this one's all this. Little bit slowed down now. Shit! Fucking hell! Sorry. Oh, this is an over 18 video now. Right. Oh, fuck. This is the thing with Neo Geo games, you have to play them for hours to get the patterns of the enemies. Otherwise you're just never going to get anywhere. You have to get used to dying a bit like Dark Souls. Shit, see, you're concentrating on the enemy and little shits come underneath you and fucking shoot you. Right, that's the thing with Neo Geo games. If you ain't like me, you'll be swearing every 2 minutes until you get half decent at a game. And Pulstar, I need to spend months on, I think. Anyway, we'll move on to the next game. Like I say, that's a huge cartridge. And the loading times aren't bad. I mean, I've got a CD-Z, which is faster, slightly faster than the original. The CD-ROM in the normal top loading or front loading Neo CD is ×1 speed. The Neo Geo CD-Z is 1.5 speed. I hardly notice the difference, and they just made Japanese CD-Zs and I wanted English, so I'm willing to wait a little bit extra for the loading times. And like you see, they're not that bad, are they? Right, let's move on to Flying Power Disc. Radio, this is the screen you'll be greeted with when you start your Neo Geo CD. All you need to do, I've put Pulstar in, the nearly 700 megabyte game, which is the average for fighting games. So we'll see what the load time is for a massive game as far as Neo Geos go. Even back then, I always looked at the bigger mega games, which is the same as now. If I download a PC game, the more mega it's got, the better for me. Not now, like, I'm sick of open world games. I haven't got the time to play them. But here's Pulstar. Right. You can have different levels. I don't think that the levels actually make any difference, to be honest with you. It's rock hard no matter what level you're on. So you can actually save data. I've played this pretty recently, so that's quite handy. It's cheating in a way, but you can always not load it. And the loading time's not that bad, is it? This will load the full level of a huge game. Or imagine 100 meg is in memory now. 100 mega, which is about 20 megabytes in today's language, I think. And there's another load, which is probably loading up my save state. So normally I wouldn't do this, I was just curious, that's all. I'm certainly not that far into it. But this loading screen you wouldn't see if you were starting a new game. You would have been in the game now. Right, here we go. Time to die. Now, one of the problems with this game is the speed of your ship. It's just so slow. Some of the enemies are so fast, you know, you just kind of... You can get speed up, but not far away. Yeah, see how you have to be, I mean, look at the amount of bullets that's hit me on the first level. I mean, I think it's a bit That's why it's not my favourite shooter, because it's not. There's only so much irritation I can take. But I can certainly get better at it. I like games where like the levels don't kill you. I mean, there was no way of getting out of that because of the speed of my ship. So I wouldn't recommend this if you're easily irritated. I mean, look at that. Try to shoot something and 10 bullets come for you. I would like to see someone who's actually completed that, but it's all about the load times, and I think it's acceptable for a space invader anyway, because it'll take you a while to complete one level on that. Right, on to the next game, which is Metal Slug, which is also pretty big. Right, this is Neo Windjammers, or Flying Power Disc is the version I've got, the Japanese version. So let's boot up. This is under 100 mega, 70 odd mega if I remember correctly. You can get this has been emulated probably as much as Metal Slug, to be honest with you, because it's really popular on the Switch and stuff, simply because it's a brilliant two-player game, and compared to the price of other Nintendo games, this is like a very good two-player game for the price. Obviously better on the original equipment with the original joysticks, which you'll never replace some of these third-party joysticks that they're bringing out for the likes of the I got one for the PS3. Doesn't replace the originals. Right, Windjammers. So the standard loading at the beginning, we'll see how fast it loads up here. Well, looks like I'm playing myself. Yeah, that's pretty amazing, isn't it? Whew. Bugger. Oh. Oh. I'm always letting in flipping easy ones. Oh, look, give away 2 points. That's the most irritating part of the game. Most of the time you give away 2 points when you get this. Yeah, give away 2 again. Most of the time you just give away 2 points when that happens. And it's supposed to be a bonus. Whew. 10 seconds left. Yeah. Looks like I've won the first game and anyway. I should have got that. Sometimes you miss it when you slide across, you just can't get to it. And he's stopping everything. And he's getting to everything. It's crazy, I just can't score. Typical arcade tactics, to put in more credits. That's the only... I'm just making up excuses. Uh, 15 seconds left. Yeah, I think I'll beat it now, like. Oh, let in an easy one, but that doesn't matter. The champs won. Yes! See if there's any loading times, guys. I'll not play this game. Video is getting long as it is, I would imagine. There we go. Can't beat that really. I mean, that's quicker than the Switch load now. Right, on to the next game, which is let's have a look. Keep on forgetting the name. Ironclad, because I've got the Japanese version. Two different names. Right, that's next. Right, Ironclad, a game's exclusive to the CD, so see if it's got optimised loading. Got no idea what mega this is, because it doesn't show you on the CDs, unlike the AES cartridges. So it seems to be standard, the very first load for all games. It's pretty sluggish. I don't know what... it's loading something in memory for every game. I'm not sure what that is, but obviously there's something basic that's loaded, and after that there's like small load types for each level and stuff. But, this game is pretty... When you see the graphics and hear the sound, I mean, it's and you'll find yeah, it's a pretty big game, judging by that. Judging by that, must be at least 300 mega, if not more. Like I say, you'll be able to tell by the graphics, and if you can hear the sound well. It's a lot easier than the AES shooters, because it's not designed for arcades, basically. Ship's lovely and versatile, which is the main problem with Pulstar. Your ship is far too sluggish. You need a bit of speed in shoot 'em ups like this. Whoa. Whoa. Whew. You've got like health, so you don't die with one hit. So this is probably the most fun shooter on the Neo Geo really, because it's, I mean, I like Viewpoint, but that's even hard. This is like, they're playable, you know, because it's not designed for arcades. It's more like a Mega Drive shooter. Bugger. Wow. This is a tricky attack pattern, this. Wow, I didn't even see that. You can pick speed as an attribute actually. You can change the positioning of your weapon there. See what's top. Whew. Oh, this is a tough one. Right. Looks like I might die to this one. Hey! Well, there's not much load, is there? But I didn't even get the load screen there. I mean, that's Ironclad. I don't like playing it too much because this is the most expensive game on the CD, I think. It's over £1,000 now. But I'll move on to the next game, which is Thrash Rally. Right, Thrash Rally. Let's have a look. I'll show you the difference as well between Thrash Rally and Drift Out, which is going to be my last game. I'll show you Drift Out, which is the follow-up to this. Alpha did Thrash Rally, changed the ADK. I'm talking about the AES when it came out originally. So that's the same company. One of my favourite companies, ADK. They've done the World Heroes series as well. Which, yeah, I think is a unique game. Right. See what I mean? There's absolutely no loading times in this game. It's the first game I'll buy on the CD if I was you, like. If you got a CD. This is probably the best car to start off with as well, because it's got better handling. It's not quite as fast as the default one, which doesn't mean it's not going to get faster times, it means you're going to crash less. It's good to get used to it, perhaps move on to a faster one when you get really good on this car. With this as well you get unlimited continue, so I have actually completed this recently, yesterday actually, and I was using a really bad car, but I had to use 10 continues. So that's handy to know. You've got unlimited continues on this. Because with 5 continues you have to start right from the beginning. You don't really get used to some of the later tracks because half the time you can't get to them. So unlimited continues, probably the most played game on the CD this. See how I have to sort of straighten the car up. Yeah, there's just no loading times, so I'll just cut that video short, but you can get a basic idea of the gameplay and graphics for when I show you the next game. Right, 2 seconds. Right, the last game I'm going to show you, which is Overtop, follow up to Thrash Rally from ADK. It's a much bigger game mega wise than Thrash Rally, so there will be loading times in this. I'm sure. I can't quite remember even though I was playing it yesterday. To be honest with you, it's best not to have a CRT for original games, I think. I think modern TVs, if they've got an RGB socket, look better than scan lines. And obviously the hertz as well. I mean, modern TVs are default 60 hertz, but the standard loading time there, I would say, in this game you can actually play in trucks, jeeps, motorbike even. Why not? Right, so quick this is. Thrash Rally would have been in the game now. And this loading probably takes, well, it will take place every time you start the game for each level, I would imagine. So this is, like I say, this is an expensive game which I don't play too often because basically I don't think it's as good as Thrash Rally. It's got different controls, so there's a map in the top left which is handy to keep an eye on. It straightens the car up automatically basically. In Thrash Rally you have to use the joystick to straighten it up continuously. I actually like Neo Drift out better than this. I prefer Thrash Rally. Whoa, there's loading during the race as well. Wow. Wow. Yeah. I think it makes this virtually unplayable. I can't mess about with loading during a race. I mean, you could argue just the scenery seems to mix and stuff. And I think the controls are worse, to be honest with you, than Thrash Rally. Once you're in a pickle, you're going to waste 5 seconds. See how it's straightened up like Thrash Rally, doesn't it? The lights turned on the car there because it's getting dark. It's got the flying birds. Thrash Rally's got helicopters. So I think another load. Yeah, it's another load. Right, drift out. I'm not playing if there's loading every 2 minutes. Sorry, Overtop. I'm not playing if there's loading every 2 minutes. I didn't realise that when I first. In fact, there's not loading every 2 minutes if you play it in a different mode. Right, that's it for the Neo Geo CD. If you want any particular games reviewed, let us know. And the next video I do, I'll review a game. If I've got it. Right, back to the sofa. As you can tell, I love the Neo Geo CD. Some games, unless I really want to complete them, I just can't put up with the loading on some of the big games. But most of the games I like aren't that big. Probably the biggest game, I mean Viewpoint, that was over 200 mega, and that's just one load up, if I remember correctly. Whatever it is, it's amazing. And it connected to a stereo, it's got the best sound. Possibly Dunk Dreams could beat it for sound. It's between them two in my opinion. But sound on all the Neo Geo games fantastic. Just them two stand out to me. So that's another video done. The first one for a while, and I've just been so busy. But I think the next system I'll touch on is the Mega Drive and the Mega CD attachment. Yeah, but I recommend picking up a Neo Geo CD and start a collection, because them are going to shoot up in price. And they, yes, is sort of it's going to go up in price as well, but the CD is so underrated. It's got better connectors on the back, and the loading for most of the games is acceptable. It's not, if you've got patience, then you haven't got a problem. But like I say, with Neo Geo games, you have to play like at least an hour on one game to get any good on it, and you have to keep on doing that for days, you know. And I've never been happier. The past week or two that I've had my Neo Geo set out. I just love popping on the sofa and just having a blast at something nice and simple, virtually instant. Unlike old modern systems, there's like loading times and turning it on. Yeah, I recommend it. Obviously, if you're watching this video, then you know a bit about Neo Geos, I would have thought. And the whole point of the video is to advertise Neo Geo CD. I think it's the best option by far for anyone wanting to get into Neo Geos. So I've waffled on enough. Like I say, I hope everyone's okay. If you want to leave any comments, I'll try to I normally respond to all of them. And just bye for now. Keep on gaming.
Good night, ladies. Good night.